It's a debate. Best way to solve any problem is classic Star Trek.
The poor judge, on the other hand, is not thrilled about this technicality.
Hates debates.
She just wanted to get home and watch her shows.
She's the arbiter of debates, and she's like, another f***ing debate.
Hey everybody, I'm Cole Paulson.
And I'm Lily Rosson.
And welcome back to Deep Space Wine, a podcast that attempts to recap and decode every episode of Deep Space Nine, the forgotten stepchild of the Star Trek universe. Each episode we will share a bottle of wine, wind down, and then wind ourselves up again with our strong opinions about DS9. Because in our social experience, there is nothing people love more than when someone talks at length about Star Trek or wine.
Or DAX.
I mean, especially about DAX.
Yeah, I mean, I know I love it.
We're about to talk a lot about DAX.
Yeah, the title of this episode.
For instance.
Yeah.
Did you like this one?
I did. I mean, it had a pretty classic Star Trek vibe to it. You know, there's sort of a tribunal or a court case where they're debating the ethics, the morality of the situation, the semantics.
Star Trek loves courtroom drama. It's one of its favorite genres to dip into.
And I love courtroom drama.
Do you?
Yeah.
Like which ones?
Well, I think we talked about this, but I do watch a lot of Law & Order and Law & Order SVU.
Great.
And most of the other ones. I don't know. What are the other ones? Boston Legal.
Suits with Meghan Markle.
Oh, no, I hated Suits. Oh, God. Everyone was so smug.
Ally McBeal.
I did. That's so funny because I will be talking about Ally McBeal later. What? Which brings me to my other point. I was re-listening to some of the episodes and I like how our podcast has a completely contextless feel to it. We don't really talk about what's happening in the present. We don't talk about our lives in the present. All our references are seriously dated.
Like 30 years old.
We could be recording this at any point in time over the past 30 years.
So what you're saying is you and I have a timeless quality.
Totally. So just like that, Ally McBeal, like what a contemporary reference.
I mean, I know when I record, the first thing on my mind is, will this be relevant to listeners a decade from now, 20, 30, 50 years?
Me too. I mean, this is our legacy.
When I die, people will be listening to Deep Space Wine.
Put it on my tombstone.
Okay, I'm not much of a courtroom drama fan, but I have always liked the Star Trek ones. There's the one where Data has to defend his personhood on Next Generation, his sentience. There's the one on Strange New Worlds when number one is on trial for using genetic engineering.
Oh, that was great, yeah. And you just gave away our context.
I mean, this is post Strange New Worlds.
It's fine. I'm just saying.
I realized that all of these like really good courtroom episodes are often about personhood and their individuality. And this one's actually no different. What makes a person, and Star Trek loves dipping into these themes and really asking the questions literally in front of the judge. Does. What about that one where Worf is on trial for the sins of his father?
Ooh, yeah. It's got a similar themes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, yes, this episode is called DAX. I subtitled it in my mind, Trills, the Wikipedia page, the movie.
Great, yeah. Finally, some in-depth information about how trills work.
Yeah, the writers have said that they actually used this episode for their own sake to understand trills and trill society.
Oh, flesh it out
because they still hadn't figured it out. And so they're just using this as almost like a writing tool.
Great.
And it's a primer for all of us.
Sort of has that feeling.
I know.
Not in a bad way.
It does kind of feel like you're reading the series Bible about trills sometimes.
Yeah.
And that's fine because we all had to learn at some point.
And God knows I want to know more about Jadzia DAX.
I bet you do.
She's hot.
I thought this was also maybe the best episode about Sisko and Dax's friendship that we get in the series.
In the whole series.
It's best friends club that has spanned lifetimes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm glad we have this one to really understand.
And sort of arguably Terry Farrell, the actress who plays Jadzia DAX. That's right, listeners.
Lily knows some things.
Someone's name.
It's like she watched the opening credits once.
And actually looked at the names. I can read. Sort of arguably maybe they don't actually give her enough to do.
Okay, in this episode or in the series?
In this episode.
Okay, that's actually maybe my biggest grievance with it.
Yeah.
It is literally titled DAX, and yet, again, 7 episodes in, she's so passive, even in her own episode. They give her so little to do but watch from the sidelines.
I thought the same thing, but then I have some counter arguments.
Okay. I guess I do too. Maybe we'll revisit this in the end.
In the great debate that is this episode, let life imitate art. Imitate life, imitate art.
I haven't even started drinking yet. What?
I don't know. Look, I've got some bits about how this episode is a debate club, but anyway, we can get into that later. Yeah.
Love it. Well, then, 2 things I wanted us to ponder as we recapped it.
Sure.
What does the episode teach us about Jadzia DAX? Like, what do we learn about the main character of the show, Jadzia, in this show that's otherwise quite didactic about chills?
Sure.
And then the second question is, what does it teach us, if anything, about ourselves, us human viewers?
Oh, I love these questions in Star Trek. It's what I'm here for.
Great. Well, then...
That and a really good sleep at night.
But this one did not put us asleep.
No. Oh, not even once. So this episode, I watched it a couple of times, did some cogitating, and it actually kept bringing me back to this novel that I read years and years ago by Nicole Krauss called Man Walks Into a Room. Have you read it?
I haven't heard of it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, she's a brilliant writer, and this was her first novel, which is quite something. But it just really, it's one of those books that stayed in my brain since I read it, 15 years ago or whatever.
How long ago was it written?
I think it was 2002.
Okay.
2001, 2002. So it's a novel that ponders the idea of who are we with and without our memories.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll just give you a little rundown of the plot so it sort of makes sense.
Please.
So the main character, he's a charismatic late 30s college professor. He's married and he is found wandering the desert and he's completely lost his memory. Turns out he has a brain tumor, which they remove, and he regains his memories up until the age of 12, but nothing after that. He sort of regains the ability to do adult things. I think he can drive a car and, sort of do those kinds of activities, but the rest of his life is a complete mystery to him, including the person he's married to, who's now an inscrutable stranger.
Right.
It's a really great novel. I mean, she's got this great grasp of metaphor and a beautiful writing style.
So it's sort of a similar quality to 50 First Dates. Am I getting the right references?
I mean, no. It's not an Adam Sandler rom-com. I'd say it's like pretty good literary fiction. But
a book version of 50 First Dates.
Let me go on the record and say Nicole Krauss, no. But it also explores some sci-fi concepts, such as he goes and becomes part of this experiment where he has someone else's memory implanted in him.
Oh.
There's this group of scientists who are trying to work out collectivism and how that could shape things in sort of post-atomic warfare. Oh, yeah, and then he also has an uncle who has Alzheimer's. So he's lost his memory, but he has this sort of elderly uncle with Alzheimer's. So, yeah, it talks about like what is feeling and what is emotion with memory, without memory, because the character feels a lot of freedom without his memory, but his uncle obviously feels trapped without having his memory. So it looks at empathy and how shared memories might lead to close personal connections. So I guess... Look, this is a tangent, but
no,
it really got me thinking about memories and our sort of parents and grandparents' memories and like generational trauma. And
I love that question of if memories enrich our life or if they sort of shackle us with baggage and bad stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Do we get joy from memories or sorrow or both?
Yeah. And who are we with and without them?
Yeah.
Do we have a self without our memories?
Are we the sum of our experiences?
Yeah.
Or are we just a brilliant young woman with an exobiology degree?
Various degrees.
And 10 other degrees
Jadzia has.
that I've forgotten. Okay, I can't wait to read it.
It's great.
I was thinking about themes of this episode and gender, age, statutory limits of crimes, but I hadn't really named memory, and that is maybe what this is all centrally about.
Yeah,
I'm glad you raised that.
That's what it made me think of. But,
yeah, amazing.
I'm just the snarky lady sitting next to you.
You're so much more than that to me, Lily.
Oh, I'm also the lady who brought the wine.
Ooh. Does that mean we can drink some wine now?
Yeah, it does. All right.
What you got for us?
So tonight I think in the last episode I was talking about how parochial I become with my Australian wines.
With no apologies for it.
So I wanted to go French.
Okay.
Yeah. So tonight I've picked a 2020 Chablis. It's from a producer called Patrick Piuze. Oh gosh, I should also mention, sorry about French pronunciation.
We'll be getting some nasty letters from our French fan base.
Oof. From my older French head chef, he'll be shaking his head.
Yeah.
Never listening to this also. Lol. So yeah, it's Chablis. It's Chablis Terroir de Courgis. So I think we talked about terroir before.
That word is not familiar to me.
So it's the soil, the ground,
Okay.
in which the vines are grown.
Yep.
And it really, it affects the winemaking process.
Yep.
So Chablis is technically a Burgundy, but it's from the Chablis region of Burgundy. Mm-hmm. It has a few different levels, like a lot of the different Burgundy styles. So there's Petit Chablis, Chablis, Premier Cru, Grand Cru. And so tonight we're drinking Chablis, which is a Chardonnay grape, which is one of my favorite things to drink, actually. I know it sounds like I drink like a lot of funky Australian wines, but mainly this is what I drink in my free time.
Sometimes you're a shardy girl.
I'm always a shoddy girl. Love a shabs. So yeah, this producer is really cool. They call him like the bad boy of Chablis.
Ooh.
I don't know if anyone really calls him that. I saw it somewhere online today. But yeah, I have a really cool quote from him. If anyone is interested in this, Cole, anyone?
I'll raise my hand.
Hands up. All right, so this is what he has to say. Basically, he just makes a lot of Chablis and he really champions Chablis rather than the Premier or Grand or the other styles of Burgundy at all. This is him. The only thing truly original in the world of wine is the underlying terroir, and I have nothing else interesting to add. Anyone can copy anyone else's techniques. So what else is there to make great wine? I believe the answer is simple: terroir. I want to work only with the fruit from old vines, and even then, only old vines that are planted exclusively within the original boundaries of Chablis. If I respect these things, it will be almost impossible to make bad wine. So that's sort of his,
Okay, it comes down to the ground.
That's his statement. Yeah. So in Courgis, which is where this is grown, it's from a single vineyard on the left bank with clay topsoil on top of Kimmeridgian limestone bedrock, which is a kind of Kimmeridgian limestone is, well, I think it's originally an English type of soil from one of those eras with all the crustacean shells. Like, look, don't ask me about geology, but
some era of prehistory.
That's it. And it made this like incredible soil, and it's decomposed clay and limestone containing tiny fossilized oyster shells, and it goes down through Champagne and into Chablis. And actually, Chablis has a lot in common with Champagne. It's pretty close to Champagne. But yeah, so that's the sort of very nerdy stuff about the terroir, but this is sort of what he does.
And you took me on a journey through the dirt of France, and I was along for the ride.
Love me some dirt, especially when it's all flinty and oystery. Yeah, and that really informs what the wine is like.
Earthy?
No, it's very flinty and mineral and austere and saline. But obviously it is still a Chardonnay grape, so you get the stone fruit and the citrus fruits and things like that, but you sort of get this more at the front. I really nerded out on this because I love drinking these wines.
Well then, Chablis, try it?
Yeah. Yes. Shit. Yeah, shall I pour you a glass?
Yes, please.
Chardonnay.
I'll edit it to make it sound like that was your instant comeback to my pun.
Don't, because I'm just you. I'm just like you.
I mean, I've been sitting on that Chablis try it thing for like 4 minutes. So,
look, it's what people expect of us. Should we cheers?
Cheers.
Cheers.
That is delicious.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What made you think to pair it with this episode?
Look, I was thinking about the character of Dax, especially Dax in this episode and previous episodes. She does have a touch of austerity in this episode. Maybe not flinty, mineral. Mainly I was thinking about what I like to drink. And it's, again, to break the the fourth wall of context, it's very hot in Perth. And I could drink this all day, every day on a hot night.
You've ruined the timelessness. They'll know we filmed this in summertime in Perth.
No.
Well, it has a fresh, new vibrancy to it, and yet it
does.
comes from centuries of soil. So perhaps there's a old and new
Perfect, yeah.
dichotomy happening.
I also did like a little bit of reading about grafting in wine. So I don't know if you know this, but I think a bit over 100 years ago, there was a horrible blight, and it had destroyed most of the world's old vines. So a lot of what we drink now are clones,
Right.
grafted onto old vines. And yeah, that got me thinking about Trill as well.
Right. So most of the wine we
symbiote.
drink is cloned, right? The grapes didn't survive the blight.
Yeah.
But how did we clone them?
I think basically what it is, they took the surviving grapes and grafted them to older vines that weren't ruined. There are some appellations where that definitely didn't happen, and I think they're quite particular about how they don't do that, and they're old vines. But yeah, I think a lot of...
But many grapes, the memories of older grapes have been grafted onto younger clones.
Indeed.
For new lives of their own.
Yeah.
That's enough for me. Thank you. You've done it.
Thanks.
Perfect pairing.
I just wanted to drink some shardy, but I've done it.
It's great on a hot summer's night.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh my gosh, that's good.
It's so good.
Yeah, I needed that.
Yeah.
Oh, should we get into it?
Let's start this.
All right, DAX. Okay, so as per Commander Sisko's opening station log, this episode actually pivots entirely around the monumental event of Keiko's mother turning 100 and her and O'Brien's odyssey to get to Earth in time for the ceremony.
Can you believe that Keiko's mother is 100? How old is Keiko? What is happening? This is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I hadn't even thought of that.
What?
The
Like
actress-
right off the bat, this batshit.
Because the actress has to be like 30 years old
Exactly.
for Keiko. Oh my gosh.
Just saying.
I completely didn't even think of that. And it was her mother's 100th,
100th.
right?
I went back and listened to it again.
Look, 300 years from now, menopause might be a thing of the past.
Oh, yeah.
Egg
Women
freezing.
they just wait until their 70s to have a child.
Egg freezing gets more and more sophisticated.
Sure.
And if you're not ready until you're 70, then that's when you make that baby.
Do it. Do it, Keiko's mum.
Yeah. What if Keiko's actually 60, but they have amazing anti-aging creams in the 24th century?
I mean, maybe. Yeah, like I suppose if you are saying like menopause isn't a thing.
Yeah. I think they just figured out how to look damned good. We meet a 100-year-old in this episode, and she is looking hale and hearty.
I don't want to spoil anything, but did they run out of ages for women over the age of 30? They're like, they're all just 100.
Okay, actually, I was going to bring this up later, but it's becoming so much clearer to me. This episode was written by DC Fontana, who is a veteran writer of the original Star Trek. She wrote a lot of episodes from the original run in the 60s. And they brought her back to write this when she was in her late 50s herself. And I think you have a woman, I don't want to get in trouble. What's the right way of saying this? A woman in her prime.
Sure.
Creating a lot of awesome female characters in their prime. So maybe it's not a coincidence that she writes about a lot of 100-year-old women.
Look, it's something that immediately jumped out to me about this episode.
Yeah.
But sure. Arbitrary age 100.
I mean, thank you, DC
Happy
Fontana. We need more visibility for women over 50.
Women over 99.
Yeah.
I just got to see more of them.
Anyways, the episode is not about Keiko's mom's 100th. It's very clear that the actor Colomini is just away filming something else, and so they create this very specific out-of-office message for him.
It's kind of got a bit of a snarky tone to it.
Does it?
Yeah, because Sisko's like, he's got a snarky bit about how the rest of them are trying to keep the station up and running. Thanks for just like jetting off.
Yeah. Hope it was
O'Brien.
worth it, Miles.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm so glad that we haven't even gotten past the first sentence of the episode. Moving right along. Down in the Replimat, resident sex pest Dr. Bashir is pestering Dax while she's trying to do some repair work because of the Chief's absence. And this week in coworker sexual harassment, Dax says that drinking another Ractigino would keep her up all night, to which Dr. Bashir says, I can think of better ways of keeping you up.
Blech.
Like a legend, Dax just completely ignores him.
Yeah, is she not hearing it or is she pretending to not hear it?
She's pretending to not hear
Why
it.
did she even spend time with him?
I'm guessing he came and sat with her. Right? She's actually trying to do work, and he's just sipping his Ractagino like a skis. When Jadzia announces it's time to turn in, Bashir offers to escort her to her quarters, and she politely but firmly says that's not necessary and takes her leave. And like a 24th century Robin Thicke, Bashir hates these blurred lines because he knows that Jadzia really meant yes and decides to stalk her to her quarters.
Yeah.
What the, like, not even the 90s, this was remotely acceptable stuff.
He says, not necessary, Julian, but not forbidden either. Like, she said no, bro.
Yeah, I guess it's not against the law for me to stalk my coworker to her quarters when she's about to go to bed.
Ugh. Wait, can I just quickly derail this once more? Because I feel like I'm drunk already. Look, I did a disservice to this podcast in the last episode where I didn't know what kind of flower was on the table. And I didn't look into the symbolism.
Okay, tell me you pulled through.
I did in this first scene. All right, so from what I can see, the flowers on the table during the sex pest scene is some kind of lupin.
Okay.
And that symbolizes imagination, admiration, and overall happiness.
Okay, so do we think that's for Bashir or Dax?
I think the imagination and admiration are definitely on Bashir's side.
He's imagining a lot.
But I feel like Jadzia does sort of exude overall happiness in her day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Batting away sex pests.
And I think, what have we learned about Jadzia 6 episodes in, besides that she is incredibly competent and sort of serene? Anything?
She's got a bit of a twinkle. She's got a cheeky twinkle.
Yep. She's got a wry grin.
I don't know. What else? Not much.
Yeah. So hopefully we'll finally get under the skin of Jadzia this episode, past Bashir's imagination.
What?
But look out, on the way to her quarters, Dax is ambushed by some nefarious figures who've been trailing her. And thank goodness Bashir was stalking her too, so he can come to her rescue. Oh, wait, no. When he tries to, he throws a punch at one of the kidnappers and actually just manages to fall right down after him.
It's almost like he punches himself.
Did you? I had to rewind and watch.
Yeah, it was great.
He takes a swing and then just falls on his face.
I mean, the writers hate him as much as we hate him.
So at least we're aligned on that.
I think so.
And then in maybe the most dated moment of the whole episode, Bashir manages to recover, gets back up, gets a chance to hit another attacker. But oh no, he's paralyzed with shock when he realizes that the alien is female.
Oh, benevolent sexism. There it is.
Poor Bashir's mind is blown that a woman can kidnap people.
Oh no.
So of course, the woman takes the opportunity to deck him in the face 3 times.
Rightly so. And
knocks him out. And the kidnappers drag Jadzia off.
What do you think of these aliens?
They've got appealing temple makeup.
They've sort of got a ridgy ear, like side of the head thing. It's not very flattering to me, but it looks aerodynamic.
No, it's not flattering, but I feel like the makeup artist put in a little more time. He did some homework.
Yeah, and it sort of emphasizes big ear holes.
It makes them look very smart.
Makes them look smart, but sort of vulnerable.
Brainy and vulnerable. Yeah. Lily, you just psychoanalyzed the makeup, and that was beautiful.
That's what I'm here for. About that scene, I think I wrote, Worf would never. Just saying. Spoiler.
It's a good thing he shows up on the station in some respects. You
know me. I used to be a no Worf Jadzia shipper, but now I think I'm all about it.
I think that's something we actually switched sides about because I'm really skeptical about Jadzia and Worf now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look, let's not jump the gun.
We are jumping 4 seasons ahead.
We'll get there when we get there.
Back to the episode.
Back to episode 7.
Okay,
season 1.
After the opening credits, Bashir comes to and hails ops. And I'm guessing because this episode is mostly a huge talk shop, they give us this full next act of a big chase between ops and the kidnappers, trying to stop them from getting away. There's lots of sealed airlocks and force fields and override codes and tractor beams, but our guys win and nab the villain's ship in a tractor beam and drag it back to the station.
Okay, I have some thoughts.
Hit me.
First off, Cisco acts with some very quick efficiency and authority.
He's good.
And you know me, I find efficiency extremely attractive.
Uh-oh.
It's like my number one green flag.
Uh-oh, look out, Benjamin.
So, hey. Hey, girl, hey. I see
Hey,
you.
Commander.
I also want to talk about the wacko gloves that the captor aliens have on. Did you notice those?
I don't think I noticed their wacko gloves.
All right, hang on, let me just go back.
Oh my gosh. They
Yeah.
have like skeleton
So
bones on
they
them.
kind of look like virtual reality gloves from the 80s, which I think is kind of cool. It's kind of fun.
It looks like bad laser tag, Skeletor kind of.
I like it.
Oh,
Ooh,
it's
matching
around
boots.
It's
Ooh.
around their boots and ankles
Ooh,
too.
matching boots. All right, what else have I got? Kira's PTSD is flaring up again because she is acting her socks off.
She really is. Yeah, when Kira gets them with her tractor beam, she says, "Gotcha," and is just pleased as punch.
It's so good, and the first of many gotcha moments in this episode.
Is smarmy the word? She's really pleased with
She's
herself.
smarmy, and they all smarmy and please themselves in their gotcha moments.
Yeah, I think this scene kind of bummed me out. It's so much tech. It's a chase scene, but no one's actually running. They're just hitting buttons.
Yeah.
But look, budget and
And it's pretty classic first season DS9, I'm coming to learn.
it really
Techno
is.
babble, nothing much happening.
Well, down at the airlock, Odo and Cisco wait to apprehend these guys. The leader steps out and introduces himself as Elon Tandro from Klystron 4. Cisco accuses him rightly of kidnapping and assault, but Tandro calls it an extradition procedure. Turns out he's got a valid warrant for Dax's arrest and says the fugitive Dax is charged with treason and the murder of his dad.
She killed my daddy.
And Dax's face, upon hearing this, is an enigmatic cocktail of emotions. Is that realization, fear, guilt?
Yeah. And then everyone looks at each other, and it's another one of those great soap opera moments.
Commercial break.
Yeah. I think I said Dax looks guilty and inscrutable. So we're on the same page.
Yeah. Good work, Terry.
Yeah.
So we learned that the warrant is for the death of General Tandro 30 years ago when the Dax symbiont was in Curzon Dax, the prior host. Curzon had been on Klystron 4 as a Federation mediator during their civil war. And Cisco, who knew Curzon very well as a close friend and mentor, says Curzon certainly might have been cavalier, a little rough around the edges, but he's no murderer.
He says he was not a murderer, and he's got really beautiful diction. And Odo's like, how about a traitor?
Beautiful diction. Are you coming around to the Avery Brooks School of Acting?
I don't know, when he's just going to be really efficient like that.
You know, it's amazing you and I are friends because I'm so inefficient. I guess this is why you and I have this beautiful platonic relationship.
It's why we've never slept together.
Yeah, that checks out. So Cisco goes to Dax's quarters to tell her that he's going to do everything he can.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Everything he can. Are you okay? You're like quivering.
I'm just really excited about Dax's quarters, okay?
Oh, yeah. I knew you
I
would
want to
be.
talk about interior design.
Okay, let's just pause the recap. We're in Jadzia's quarters. Lily, tell me everything.
I gotta say. Sorry.
I was like, oh, this might be under an hour. No.
I'm sorry. Oh, look at it. All right. So there's just like so many cool objects. There's like dials everywhere. And oh, what's that I see? A fuchsia orchid.
What do orchids symbolize?
All right. So orchids mainly love, beauty, and fertility.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. I have fun trivia about the items on her shelf.
Yes.
On the top of her shelf is...
Sorry, that yes was like the yes of a 12-year-old boy. Wow.
I mean, come on. Who are we regressing to when we record this?
Me, my inner 12-year-old boy.
Okay, speaking of fertility, on the top shelf in Jadzia's quarters is the fertility idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yes.
And they brought it out of the prop
Oh
department.
my God, I love nerds. I love it.
To be clear, I did not spot that myself.
Oh, did you?
I did read it on the internet.
Amazing. Anything else about the object?
I mean, I thought it was just a lot of astrolabs and compasses because they're like, she's a scientist.
Yeah, but it's like they're all placed artfully. There's sort of beautiful brass things. She's got an eye for.
So I personally just find it a bit mishmash, a bit hodgepodge.
Look, we have different aesthetic tastes.
One
of those other reasons we haven't slept together.
You have an appealing hodgepodge. Hers is just gray shelves with random scientific instruments on them.
Agree to disagree.
All right. Jadzia's quarters, check.
We've done it.
Cisco shows up, and he is going to do everything he can to help clear her name. But she says she's not asking for his help, and she is tight-lipped about the whole situation, which understandably annoys Cisco. I mean, it's a death penalty for either of these offenses. And he says, hey, we've been close friends for 20 years, let me in. And it's a little heartbreaking. Jadzia says, well, I'm Jadzia DAX now, and you were friends with Curzon DAX.
Yeah, so how strong is the link between them from host to host? What is the real connection?
Yeah. And you can almost see Benjamin just shrink into his little petulant 20-something self from when he knew Curzon.
Full on regresses.
Yeah,
Just
he's
like me with that. Yes.
I know, exactly. We're all regressing. It's sort of sweet. He suddenly becomes that 20-year-old ensign, and he says, but what does our friendship mean now? Did our friendship survive? Yeah. And Jadzia is so aloof. She's like, look, I don't know.
Look, she's gone full stoic in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has.
I think it would piss me off too if someone I've known in my mind for 20 years just is not letting me in. But does Jadzia have her reasons? I guess I sympathize with Benjamin's emotions.
I do too. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But Cisco is not about to give up. In his office, he tells this dude, Tandro, that they must have been trying to kidnap Dax because DS9 is a Bajoran station, not a Federation one. So they wouldn't have the extradition treaty with the Bajorans.
Ooh, it's that spicy stuff, the politics of extradition on DS9.
No wonder I had so much trouble getting that sentence out. I was like, this is juicy stuff.
Yeah.
And Kira is not pleased that they were so good at almost escaping the station. She says it annoys her.
I loved that delivery.
Did you?
Yeah. But also, it kind of annoys us.
Yeah, I kind of loved it too.
And also, Cisco and Kira are very on the same team in this moment, and they get to have a little gotcha moment together. And I love this for them and their friendship because you actually don't see their friendship developing much. I feel like this is the first spark of it.
I wrote, it's nice to see Kira and Cisco enjoying working as a team.
Yeah, they're loving it.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So Kira says, we're going to hold our own extradition hearing. Thank you very much.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, even the cinematographer is capturing
They're
Cisco and Kira playing buddy-buddy, sort of playing smarmy cop, less smarmy cop.
But even like the blocking.
Yep.
They're on the same level.
Yeah, Cisco's her right-hand man.
He's usually above her.
He's not towering over her for once.
Yeah. Smug smiles all round.
Can I have some wine?
Please.
Okay, great. So the next question is, where will this hearing be held?
Hang on, hold that thought, because just quickly.
Oh, I know exactly what you're going to point out.
Red pirate shirt.
You're going to point out pirate shirt is
Red
back.
pirate shirt is back.
I knew you were going to see pirate
The wardrobe department. They just keep rewarding me.
And he's everywhere in this next few scenes. He's just walking all over the place
just
today.
The one extra they paid some money to. Oh,
what's his story? What is Pirate Shirt's story?
We'll never know.
No. Meanwhile, Odo announces to Quark that they'll need to shut down the bar to use the bar as a courtroom because, quote, there's nowhere else on the station that's suitable. Which is almost certainly code for there's no more room in the budget to build a hearing set.
Sure.
There's hilariously actually a statement from Michael Piller, the producer, denying this. He says, well, the station was just in shambles a few weeks before, so maybe all the other rooms on the station are in shambles.
I like to think it was an excuse to keep the love story between Quark and Odo going. Like, I want more of their rom-com. I want to see it. I want to see what they're up to.
Yeah, fair, but I did not love this exchange.
No?
Odo badgers Quark into giving up his bar by threatening him with some building codes. To me, it was sort of police bullying. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like they're still speaking the same language. Like, Ferengi, they're not afraid of some, like, red tape and whatever. He's just going to do it. And as both of them say, business is business.
Yeah, Odo kind of comes off like some mafia boss.
Yeah, but I honestly think that Quark sort of respects it in a way.
I guess he does. So after Odo secures Quark's place, Cisco then sends Odo off to investigate the case himself on Klystron 4, which Odo grudgingly agrees to do. I sort of got the impression that Odo doesn't care one way or another what the outcome is for Dax. He's very skeptical that she's even innocent.
They have no relationship.
Yeah, it's fair at this point, I suppose. But he definitely seems to have learned the Cardassian school of justice of guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
He's like, look, it's an extradition treaty. What do you want me to do?
Yeah. You know, interpersonal skills, not his strong suit.
Yeah, or believing in a person's innocence.
Sure, that too.
There's Pirate Shirt Boy again.
There he is. He's everywhere.
Yep.
I like this scene, though. It's got a bit of a Casablanca feel to it.
That's so true. Why?
I think it's just the tone of these two in their interaction with each other, and it is sort of the hard-bitten detective being sent off on the mission, and he doesn't give 2 cents about what the outcome is, and I don't know.
Odo is like a Sam Spade character,
Yeah,
isn't he?
He is.
Like you can almost picture some dame walking into his office needing help. Actually, that happens a few times in this series.
Yeah, I think it's intentional.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it is time for the hearing to begin.
Ooh.
And the judge, or Madam Arbiter, arrives. And, I mean, Lily, thoughts on this judge?
I love her.
She's a queen.
Everything about her is amazing. And when I'm 100, I would love to be like this lady.
It's in the stars. You can count on it.
She's a hoot.
She's Judge Judy in space.
She is.
And I would watch her show.
Weirdly, what I wrote down, again, one of my super relevant contemporary references, she's like her character out of Anne of Green Gables.
I don't even...
No?
I haven't read it.
All right, another time. She's just like this really curmudgeonly older lady wielding a whole bunch of power.
Yeah.
And that happens in Anne of Green Gables.
That's one thing I love about it. She's curmudgeonly, but so powerful.
So powerful.
And she's looking great in these blue swaths of dress.
Cobalt dress.
Cobalt, that's it, yes.
And it includes a built-in cape.
I just got excited like a 12-year-old when you identified it as cobalt.
Cobalt. Sick.
Tell me more about her dress.
It includes a built-in cape. And it's sort of got some beautiful ruching. It's just great. She's a winter. It's doing things for her.
And she's got some metal badge work on one shoulder.
She does. And it's on the same side as her Bajoran earrings.
Mm-hmm.
Silver.
Yeah, accessorizing. Silver on silver.
Winter Howlet. And she doesn't look a day over 98.
Yeah, the actress is 59.
God.
Did you recognize her from some certain 90s tentpole films?
Oh, okay. So I did have to Google her because I had a moment where I was like, is she in the 1980 whatever version of Anne of Green Gables, and that's why I'm getting that vibe? No. And I looked her up and she's in every single TV show of all time.
Yeah. She's very recognizable.
Including Ally McBeal.
There it is. Full circle.
Oh no, I've got more.
Oh, this is not all the Ally will be hearing about? Great. I mean, to me, she is...
It's the 90s, Cole, you know?
What a time. What a time.
We're just living in the 90s.
At least I had a good time in the 90s. She was the secretary from Liar Liar. She was the social worker from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire, yes, I did.
And she's been on Next Generation, but she's a legend. So she comes in and she is ready for this hearing to be open and shut. She's 100 years old, thank you very much. And she says, I intend to be here till supper, not senility.
Can we... Oh, great line. Can we talk about her gavel, which is like a weird ball?
We can talk about it all you want.
Okay.
It's great. It's like a soccer ball, a metal soccer ball that she pounds.
I thought it had a kind of wood varnish to me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But it's so...
Oh, it's just, they're like, she's a Bajoran 100-year-old Madam Arbiter.
Like, she's seen some things. She's lived through the occupation.
She will not have a gavel.
She is not here for anyone's crap.
She's not banging a gavel like some kind of 20th century idiot. It looks organic to me. Like a dinosaur egg.
Like homegrown. Yeah. Like it fell off a plant.
Yeah, I love it.
Like a dinosaur egg. That's good.
Love it.
Okay, dinosaur egg.
All right, great.
And we thought we wouldn't have a lot to talk about in this episode. So, it is time for the opening statements. Within seconds, the judge interrupts Tandro to ask, if the crime is 30 years old, what took you so long? And he says that the evidence was contained in military files that were sealed until recently. Fine. And then, when it's Sisko's turn, the judge asks him why she should deny extradition if the warrant is valid. And Sisko says, hey, the name on the warrant says DAX, not Jadzia, who wasn't even born when the crime was committed. And the person charged with the crime, Curzon Dax, doesn't even exist anymore.
So is a different host a different person? It's a debate. It's the best way to solve any problem. It's classic Star Trek. Sisko is thrilled. He was probably on his high school debate team.
But it's like an Oxford Union debate, like the sides pro and con. It's less a hearing than just a really nerdy debate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, it's great. The poor judge, on the other hand, is not thrilled about this technicality.
Hates debates.
She just wanted to get home and watch her shows.
She's the arbiter of debates, and she's like, another fucking debate.
I just want to get home from my soup. What kind of TV shows do you think she watches at home?
Matlock. She was on Matlock.
Lots of Matlock.
Yeah, she was on that. So.
But she says, it would have been easier on me if you had not raised that particular point. But the penalty for these crimes is death, and that is rather permanent. So let's do this.
She's great.
She's the best.
I want to be.
So, up in Sisko's office, Sisko is strategizing with his defense team. No one is particularly pleased that Jadzia barely even seems to care whether she's extradited or not. Bashir's job is to prove medically that Jadzia DAX and Curzon DAX are two entirely separate people. Kira's job is to find any legal precedents saying that Trill hosts aren't responsible for their prior host actions.
And they both are taking issue with these things. And it's like Sisko has to explain what a debate is. He's like, no, but you just have to find some evidence. I don't care if you believe it.
Yeah.
Do it, Scoobies.
They're
Do
like,
it.
they are sort of like hench people. They're like, oh, what if we can't find the evidence? Or what if the evidence is contrary? And he's like, well, then it's wrong.
You find it. It's a debate. My God, people.
To not help things, Odo messages from Klystron 4. He says he's learned that the murdered general was a war hero and that he and Curzon were supposedly best buddies. And Odo says if Curzon is indeed guilty of betraying his bestie, he would, quote, want to hang Curzon. You got this one?
His heels myself.
Yeah, like, what?
Whoa.
I mean, Dax's defense team is really not on board. Odo's ready to hang Curzon himself.
Well, if he did it, he's guilty and I'll kill him. Yeah. I'll do it.
Thanks for your vote of confidence, Odo. Hanging him up by his heels himself.
Yikes. And Sisko, he looks equal parts stressed and also kind of loving this challenge.
Yeah, he's
like,
firing on all thrusters.
He is reliving his life when he was a 12-year-old boy in his debate team. Yes!
Yeah, like he's getting to be a good friend. He's getting to be a debater. He's getting to be that like 20-year-old. Sorry. I'm just used to you acting like a 12-year-old boy. So I was like,
what?
I was like, yes, and... yeah, I think Sisko's eating it up, even if he's a little exasperated that no one seems to care, including Jadzia, about if she gets off.
I know.
So, down on Klystron 4, Odo pays a visit to the general's surviving widow, Anina Tandro. She's living in a swanky pad. Are we going to talk about her swanky pad?
It's pretty swanky. There's a lot of mauve.
Some sort of art deco. She's got like a jukebox fireplace thing going on.
Sure.
Yep.
She also suspiciously looks a bit like Data's mom.
She is indeed played by Fionnuala Flanagan, who also played Data's mom or mother figure.
Yeah.
Yes, good spot.
She's also in the latest Hunger Games movie.
Is she really?
Which one?
What year did we record this?
You'll never know.
I think she's a great actress. I'm glad to hear she's still getting work.
She's fabulous.
In this year.
I love her.
This year we are recording.
She is killing it. She's like classic Hollywood. She's really compelling. Her dress.
I got sort of Kim Basinger in LA Confidential.
Yeah.
Another stunning blue robe dress.
Beautiful confection, intricate pleating. It's fabulous.
Okay, I'm going to argue. I think there's an argument for it not being a coincidence that we have two powerful, brilliant, gray-haired women in blue dresses.
Oh, the rider.
And even the costumer. I think we can pick up on maybe the parallels that these two characters have.
Tell me more.
I mean, stay tuned, my friend. Stay tuned.
I love this. Mm-hmm. This is my dream. I am living my dream.
Same. So, twist. Anina, in the beautiful blue dress, tells Odo that she is certain Curzon is innocent. He was a close family friend, she says, and her son is just obsessed with the death of a father he never knew. She says that the only case against Curzon is this transmission that was sent giving away the general's whereabouts, and Curzon is unlucky enough to have no alibi at the time the transmission was sent. And before Odo leaves, she asks after Curzon and is visibly shaken to hear that he has passed away. And Dax is now in a new host.
Yeah. And I mean, Kira could take a leaf out of her book because it's some beautiful, subtle reacting.
It is internal, but we know something.
Slight tremor in the hand.
Yeah, we know it's really bad news, but it is subtle. Fionnuala, great name, by the way, Fionnuala Flanagan.
Yeah.
She's bringing it.
Love her.
Yeah, you know she's hiding something, but she's still playing her cards close to her chest.
She is. Yeah, her face is sort of barely giving anything away, but you can tell.
Even through all that temple makeup.
That's great. The walls are a very rough stucco. Just saying. It's very 90s.
Yeah. So we're back at the hearing. The judge is looking ready to get this over with. The prosecution calls another Trill to the stand. And man, he is incidentally the sketchiest, creepiest trill.
Oh, so sketchy, creepy.
Oh my! We're talking obligated to come knock on your door when you move to the neighborhood. Creepy.
Give him a pair of creepy sex pest glasses and call him Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah. He's built like a celery stick, like 7 feet tall.
But the eyes don't blink. That's what's creepy about it.
Dead.
Yeah, shark eyes.
The prosecution establishes from him that the symbiont carries the memories of previous hosts and thus would recall the details of a crime, for example, and maybe even the guilt of it. And then Tandro suggests, well, then it's the perfect trill crime. Just elude capture long enough until the symbiont transfers hosts and then go scot-free. Which made me think the human version of that is just dying before you get caught, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I guess if you've got a bone to pick, if the slug's got a bone to pick.
Right.
From host to host, if you were sort of a psychopath.
And then the slug, once it goes to a new host, could write, like, if I had done it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah, okay, fair. Well, Cisco, meanwhile, presses Creepy Trill Dude to point out that hosts aren't joined until their 20s, so that they can mature and develop their own personality first. And then that host's personality joins and blends with a symbiont, rather than being replaced or suppressed. Then Cisco and Tandro get in a fight, and Madame Arbiter bangs her wooden dinosaur egg.
Bang it, lady.
I said this could be informal, not riotous. 2-hour recess.
There will be a 2-hour recess. And it's great. She's all cut the shit. You guys suck. I'm going to go have some soup and a nap.
I want my nap and my soup. I want to Zoom my grandkids.
Oh, no. Oh, come on.
No, she doesn't want to, does she? She's over that crap.
Also, they're like 40. She's 100.
Well, I think you mean for all we know, her daughter's 40, as evidenced by Keiko.
Well, could be. I'm not making the rules for these ladies. Do what you do. I get the feeling she does not have children or stepchildren. Or
she does.
Grandchildren. She does?
She does. She mentions it.
Does she? Oh, I read that wrong. All right.
Ah, she's such an icon.
Oh, she's so good. I wish she was a recurring character.
I really wish she was. You know, she came before Judge Judy.
No.
Yeah, she's actually the proto-Judge Judy.
Do you think Judith Scheinlin watched this?
And created her entire persona. I mean, she did exist before.
Nah, that's who Judge Judy is.
So Bashir's about to take the stand, but first, Madame Arbiter is thrilled to share a new idea she's come up with. A simple solution.
Oh, this is a good bit. Split her down the middle.
Yeah. So she says, well, we can just split her down the middle.
The Judgment of Solomon?
Exactly. That's what I wrote.
Same brain. Same brain. Okay, just for context for people who aren't familiar with the Judeo-Christian Bible. So I think the story is that two women both have babies and one of them dies in some calamitous way. And then so one baby is left and then both women are claiming that this baby is their child. And so Solomon has to make judgment on who the mother is. Or
and
who
so Solomon says, well, it's easy. You can both get half the baby. We'll just split it down the middle per Judge Bajoran icon.
Yeah.
And you can both get equal access.
Yeah, so the one who's not the real mother is like, well, if I can't have him, then no one can. And the real mother says, no, just let the other woman take the baby.
Okay, she says my child being raised by someone else is better than him being split in half.
And then he's like, psych, gotcha. You're the mom.
Ugh, so wise, Solomon.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah,
Classic tale.
I'm not sure there's a direct link to connect here, but it shows that she is wise just like Solomon.
She's Solomon incarnate. Split her down the middle, I say.
Well, Bashir rains on her parade by saying that unfortunately, after joining, splitting symbiont from host would kill both of them. Bummer. The judge sort of sighs with disappointment and sits back down.
She tried.
Yeah. So Bashir takes the stand, and Cisco prompts him to point out that Jadzia and Curzon are medically distinct people, pointing specifically to their different brainwave patterns. But then Tandro gets Bashir to also explain that a joined trill has two different brains that are sort of linked together like computers, and the symbiont's brainwaves have remained the same even after switching hosts. So it's the same symbiont brain from one host to the next.
Yeah.
Fine. But poor Bashir, when he has to admit this, he just hangs his head like he has utterly failed the woman of his dreams.
He had one job, find some evidence, and he didn't do it.
He looks crestfallen. I'm like emasculated. He's like, I am useless.
Yeah, and he is.
Yeah, exactly. And he gets it.
Go punch yourself in the face again.
So then Cisco calls himself to the stand as the one person in the room who knew Curzon. He invites Kira to direct the questions.
Oh, and this is when Kira gets her Ally McBeal moment.
Oh, tell me everything.
No, that's it. She's a female lawyer and it's the 90s.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry.
Really,
That's it.
really strong intertextuality that you just brought in.
Thank you.
Cue the dancing baby
Look,
now.
it's no Nicole Krauss man walks into a room. But
We'll get back to that.
I wrote my notes originally, wrote that line about Kira having an Ally McBeal moment, and I was like, ooh, classic little reference there, Lily. Then you bring it up at the top of the episode.
I did. It had to be said.
And also I'd found out that this lady, the arbiter, had been in Ally McBeal. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. It's just destiny.
It's full circle.
Yeah. That show is crazy,
You
though.
and I were destined to have this conversation on this podcast. Take my hand.
It's sweaty.
Wow, it is. Okay, so
Mine was sweaty, not yours. Sweaty like a 12-year-old boy's.
oh, so Cisco is on the stand. He starts by calling Curzon a less than ideal trill who drank too much, was more interested in women than he should have been. They're like, dude, I thought you were defending this guy.
Yeah.
He says, I'm simply pointing out that he was not at all like the young women on trial in this courtroom.
It's true.
And isn't it interesting, if you watch this, I mean, just food for thought, it doesn't sound unlike the Jadzia DAX we get to know.
Yeah.
And I think I had this mind-blown moment at the scene, thinking, oh, they didn't know who Jadzia was when the show started. But wait, what if Jadzia, who was just recently joined, hadn't figured out who Jadzia DAX was?
I mean, who knows themselves at 28 years old?
And then when you get the memories of 7 other people put inside you, you have no idea who you are.
Yeah.
And I think what we're seeing in season 1, and am I apologizing for underdeveloped characters in season 1? Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. But what you're seeing is Jadzia, this brainy, hardworking scientist, and you get to know Jadzia DAX over the course of the series.
I mean, she literally contains multitude.
She really does.
For real.
Oh my gosh. I wish I were a joint trill. Do you wish you were a joint trill?
No.
No?
Oh, all the memories, all the emotions and feelings and memories. No.
So maybe you're in the camp of memories are just baggage rather than...
I'll be the guy who lost his memories. Be free.
I don't know where I land on this debate. I do think that having the memories of 7 or 8 other people who were never me, who lived by different experiences and different values, would enrich me more than just Cole's memories. I think they'd give me so much more knowledge and skill and wisdom that me in my little Colorado white boy bubble could have given me.
I mean, sure. But, love yourself, Cole.
Oh, I do. I think I'm great, but I would have been
enough.
better with 8 worm memories inside me.
You just want a worm in me. God damn it.
Squiggly worm.
Put it in. Again, one of the other reasons we've never slept together. No worms. Do you want some more wine?
Yes, please. Our friendship feels evergreen and yet filled with years of beautiful memories.
Oh.
Cheers to that.
Cheers again. Oh, I'm loving this love fest tonight.
So Cisco says, hey, I'm just saying that this is not the young woman in the bar before us. He says, Curzon was great. He taught me about art and science and diplomacy and honor. And honestly, I'm really jealous of having that as a mentor. I mean, a mentor who teaches you about art and science.
Yeah. I mean, not only do you get a cool gourmet chef father, but then you get a second father figure who teaches you about life and honor and also enjoying yourself. But,
I'm super envious of both Jadzia and Cisco.
yeah.
Cisco says, look, I really don't know much about Jadzia. I can't tell you about my new friend here. We're just really getting to know each other.
Oh,
and he and
sweet.
Jadzia share a really beautiful
Oh, sweet.
look. Yeah. There's a metaphor then about salt and water.
Ooh, yes. All right.
Do you want to
I wanna,
take this one?
All right. So, old what's his face? Tandro. He says, when you put salt in water, the two become indistinguishable and inseparable. And Cisco's all like, gotcha. You've just made my point for me. Don't you know my father is a gourmet chef? You don't tell me about salt water. And then he makes some point about like boiling salt water down until it's just salt, and then you can add the salt to something else. And it's great. That's all I have to say about that.
It reminded me of how the Trinity was described to me at my Presbyterian church growing up. The Trinity is a triad. It's the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, but they're also one thing. And they used ice, water, and gas. So ice, water, and gas are 3 different things, but they're all the same thing, right?
Yeah.
It's probably equally as relevant as Solomon here. But again, with the Bible, let's do it.
We're in it.
We're in it.
They're in it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry, just really quick. When Cisco says gotcha to Tandro about the saltwater thing, it's, I think, maybe the beginning of Cisco's crazy face look.
Yeah.
Where he does like the ha! And I think whenever his likeness, like Avery Brooks' likeness, is put in like a hologram or he's possessed or something, it's always like a crazy character.
Yeah.
And I think the producers were like, oh, he does crazy real well.
Yeah. And I'm glad they exploit it. It's a fun vibe for him. Yeah. But Madame Arbiter, she is so fed up.
She is worn out. She says, all right, I'm going to give everyone an hour's recess, and then Jadzia is taking the stand, whether she wants to or not.
Oh, God. And Jadzia, look, I've been trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and she's, stoic and whatever. She's got things going on. But at this point, she is acting like a bit of a wet sock.
She's frustrating me at this point.
Like, she's not doing anything, and she's not explaining herself to people that are really her friends and really trying to help her.
It's pretty exasperating if you've put in all this effort to save her, and just give us something, Jadzia.
But maybe she's got a strong code of contact for herself. Slug self.
What is going on behind those eyes? So Odo messages with an urgent communique from Clystron 4. He's been reviewing comms logs from military headquarters 30 years ago, and it shows a lot of communications between Curzon and the general's home when the general was not home. Cisco says, the wife.
The wife.
Odo says, the wife.
Yeah. And he's uncovered a torrid affair, I guess. And where is Gossip Chief when you need him?
He's celebrating a very important 100th birthday.
He's had too much sake, and it's the next morning, and he's enjoying a bowl of oatmeal.
Just a classic Friday night, Saturday morning for Miles.
It's what he does.
Oh, so back on Clystron 4, Odo goes to confront the general's wife about the mounting evidence of their affair, messages, gifts, holidays.
I love the evidence. He's like, records of gifts, a stay at an inn. Oh, what a tawdry affair.
And then my favorite line from the whole episode, she says, what purpose does this serve? He says, it serves the truth. Which, coincidentally, entirely, this episode came out a year after A Few Good Men.
Oh.
You can't handle the truth.
Wow.
I mean, look, it was a good line.
Wow. It's derivative. Right.
Yeah. But a good line. So Anina hints that the general was in fact no hero in real life. Since his death, she's had to carry bravely on, defending his name, going to all these banquets in his honor. But apparently he actually wasn't that good of a guy.
Yeah, he's a piece of shit.
But he's hailed as this hero by his entire planet. She says, I'm tired of pretending for the general, but it's what I have to do. But maybe I can stop pretending about who I am.
Maybe she can.
She says cryptically.
Yeah, but his legacy is still important, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think there's a whole debate too about the importance of writing the history and believing the myths we want to about our heroes, and whether these myths are worth protecting and fighting for. Serve? I mean, apparently they serve lasting peace on this planet after a rough civil war.
I suppose that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, what kind of lies do I buy into from history?
All the good ones.
So Cisco goes to Lily's favorite room on the ship, Jadzia's quarters, to confront Jadzia with his new revelation. He says, oh, so you're protecting the wife with your silence? Is that what this is about? Is it really worth you, quote, committing suicide for something done in a past life? He even asks if this dude Tandro, who's prosecuting, might be Dax's son.
Yeah. Look, he's trying out all his debate techniques. Like every style of rhetoric is like crammed into this interaction.
Yeah. But he's getting so frustrated. And then this really fascinating blink and you miss it line. He says, damn it, if you were still a man.
And because he sort of goes to punch her.
And then he stops and goes and punches a wall.
Yeah. Yikes. It's something we didn't really know about Cisco, and I am less into him now.
But actually in episode 2 or 3, he talked about getting in bar fights with Curzon. He and Curzon would get drunk and get in fights with random aliens.
Regressed. So,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to me, I think there's something really interesting about the fact that Sisko and Dax had a more physical relationship when Dax was a man.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, they would roughhouse around.
Yeah, and now there's this barrier.
Yeah.
Because, you can't hit a woman, and you
I
can't.
guess. I mean, I don't condone it, but...
Right. I guess it's just a thing about gender norms is that he feels like this wall has gone up. So he just has to talk to his friend now.
Gross.
How will he manage?
Oh, I don't know. How hard for him. I mean, can they just hang out? I don't know. Can he just go punch Bashir?
He probably goes and punches Bashir. That's how men interact. But still, all Jadzia will say is that she feels shame for Curzon's indiscretion. She acknowledges that. She says, I can tell you that he did love her for whatever that's worth.
Yeah.
And that there's nothing really else that Benjamin can do.
No. I love that thing between friends when someone's mad, but then there's something really funny and silly. So I think Jadzia brings up an anecdote it's quite funny, and he can't help himself.
Actually, it's really beautiful because I think she even mentions Curzon gave him a scar from a time that...
Curzon had to punch out Sisko because he was getting too up in someone's face, and so Curzon had to weirdly de-escalate the situation.
Yeah, and the ring on Curzon's finger left a scar, and Jadzia tried the ring on after she was joined, and it just fell right off the finger.
This is the first time I feel like I see her acting.
Yes.
And it's quite moving. She says, yeah, I tried on that ring after Curzon died and it just slipped off my finger.
It's beautiful.
And it's kind of amazing. It's the first time you see this disconnect between who she is and who the slug is inside of her, and the different feelings of who your identity is when you feel this connection to your past. And it's actually something that Nicole Krauss talks about in her novel.
Really?
Because she has this amazing gift for metaphor, and she compares the predicament of having lost your memories but sort of retaining some sense of self as a man seeing himself in the mirror after a recent haircut. So it's this sense of otherness about yourself where you recognize yourself but you don't at all.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that Jadzia is really grappling with in this moment, that it seems second nature to her to put on this ring that supposedly Curzon has worn his entire life, and it just slips off her finger because it doesn't fit her. It's just... Yeah, it's a nice moment.
When Ezri's joined in season 7, she had not been training her whole life to be a host, and she really, really struggles with this barrage of memories. But Jadzia had been training for a decade to handle all this confusion, and probably also taught to rein it in and keep it inside and deal with it in your own time. And here it's finally leaking out from this aloof exterior.
Yeah, and she's having a moment of vulnerability with Sisko because that's what he's been asking for this entire time. Share with me, tell me what's going on with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everything I said about her being a wet sock before, I take it all back. She is a classy trill.
She's classy.
Yeah.
And we'll learn more about her in the next scene. It is time for Jadzia herself to take the stand. And the judge has another really great line. She opens and says, Lieutenant Dax, you are either 200 years older than I am, or you're about the same age as my great-granddaughter.
Oh.
Now I am bothered by the likelihood that you may be both.
Yeah.
So when Sisko questions Dax, we learn that Jadzia had wanted to be joined ever since she was a child and had worked very hard for it. She won scholarships, competed and tested in countless ways. And there's this nice exchange where Sisko says, yeah, remember that. Which I think is saying fight for your life because you worked really hard before you were joined.
Yeah.
She also says, when asked about her schooling, that she has premier distinctions in exobiology, zoology, astrophysics, and exoarchaeology, all of which she earned before joining, which made me think, what is she doing on this gulag remote outpost? I mean, it's a good thing she discovered the wormhole, so she has something to do. I think she's a little overqualified.
Maybe she was lonely. Maybe she wanted to be close to Sisko.
Yeah, and maybe Sisko especially requested her, and she's like, yeah, I would love to, right?
Yeah, all right.
New friendship, old friendship. And again, going back to Terry Farrell's acting, when she lists off her accomplishments, she lets out just a glint of pride. Jadzia is really proud of how badass she is. And she's like, yeah, I did this all on my own before I was even joined.
As she should be.
Yeah. So Sisko says, hey, this young woman has done nothing but contribute to society. How can she be charged for crimes she didn't commit? But then our buddy Tandro comes up and challenges, well, you chose to become a host, and didn't you then choose to accept all the responsibilities and consequences that might entail, including the criminal acts committed by past hosts? Question mark.
It's a bit of a sins of the father moment. Yeah.
Exactly. Star Trek's into that for some reason.
Love sins of the father.
Yeah. But We never get an answer to that question or even an answer to the hearing itself because the doors whoosh open and in walks
Mommy.
Anina Tandro.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Data's mom. In a beautiful veil, might I add.
Oh, it's so good.
This deep teal veil thing.
So good.
Yep. She presents an alibi for Curzon at the time that the transmission was sent. Curzon Dax was in her bed.
Oh!
And the judge just says, perhaps then, Mr. Tandro, you better re-examine your extradition request. And she finally flounces off to her supper and maybe a nice cup of tea.
And you know what? I think she kind of loves how this case ended up. You know, she's like, oh, boring semantics. And then someone comes in and she's like, he was in my bed. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, she's loving it. Yeah.
All right. File that away for later to tell my great-granddaughter.
And I'm sure she's relieved that she is not responsible for this decision. She can go play bridge with her friends.
She's like, I quit. I'm done.
But okay, I do think the decision was decided by a wise, powerful woman in a blue dress, just not the one you thought it would be.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. She like really shares a look with Anina.
Yeah, she walks past Anina.
Walks past her and she's like, hey.
It's almost like, thank you so much, but also like, get it, girl.
And like acknowledgement.
Yeah, like
We're both women over the age of 30.
It's not easy being over 50 in Hollywood. I mean, in Star Trek. Yeah, they're like, us powerful women got to look out for each other.
Yeah.
I love it. And DC Fontana, the writer of this, she gets it. She's looking out for women over 50.
She sure is.
So we get one closing scene of Jadzia and Anina walking together on the upper promenade. Anina thanks her for doing so much to protect her. Someone you've never even met, she says. And Jadzia says, well, I remember what we had together. And then you get a little more about what actually happened 30 years ago. It's a little convoluted, but I guess the general decided to switch sides. And so he was the one who sent the transmission to give away his own troops' location. But oops, the rebels killed him anyways.
Yeah. He was the great betrayer. That was the secret that Curzon and Anima were protecting.
Yep. So I guess Jadzia was protecting the general's reputation and Anina's reputation.
And the peace of the whole.
And the peace of the entire planet.
Yeah.
So she didn't say much, but she was doing her best to be a hero the whole episode.
And she was.
Yeah. And she is towering over Anina. Man, Terry Farrell's tall.
She is. She is really good looking.
Right. So Anina asks one last favor. Live, Jadzia Dax. Live a long, fresh, and wonderful life.
And strokes her face.
Strokes her cheek, walks away. Jadzia touches her cheek.
You can see in Jadzia's face the part of her that loves this woman.
Totally. So Terry Farrell said that when they filmed this scene, there was an original take where there was a moment where you weren't sure if the two people were going to kiss. But then, that would have been too much for 1993.
No, yeah.
But Terry Farrell thinks that it could have totally worked if the producers had let them, right?
Yeah.
And so thank goodness in season 4, you got to explore love between past hosts.
It's true.
So, yeah, thoughts on this final scene?
Oh, look, I like the evocative use of the word fresh.
Yeah, right?
But I understand. I understand what she means. That
What did she mean?
Well,
Just
Curzon exists inside of her and Curzon is living on, but this is something without as much baggage as Curzon had.
She
It's
shouldn't...
sort of like the fresh start, the fresh existence.
And she shouldn't have to be burdened by the baggage of past memories.
By the past.
She's still a young woman with
By
a whole
the
life ahead of her.
Intergenerational trauma.
Yeah.
Even though that is what you sign up for as a trill.
Yep. But Jadzia should live a long, fresh, and wonderful life anyways.
She should.
Oh, she should.
Spoil.
A nice quote I found from the writer. She says this last scene is about old relationships and some of the things you do for them. The kind of love that carries forward, even though you can't physically carry it forward. And that got me thinking about our past lives as humans.
Okay.
Past relationships, past places we've lived, people who at one time meant the world to us, and now they're someone whose phone number we have on our contact list, right? Yeah. But if we found out that they're in trouble, that they need something from us, would the love that's still with us spur us to action? So how does love go on into another life when the physicality might not have?
I love that idea. Yeah. Just thinking about my own life.
Yeah.
And which exes that I would jump to help them in a trial.
You might not know until you're asked to.
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose for the sort of deeper love for the people you've experienced.
I thought also about the statute of limitations in this episode. I even Googled. So most countries don't have a statute of limitations for murder, but they have it for almost everything else. And the reason why is it might be hard for the defendant to find evidence to defend themselves. It's hard to find texts from 30 years ago or whatever.
Sure.
And that's the main reason, rather than just, well, who they were 30 years ago might not be who they are now. And so a crime they committed when they were a 20-year-old, should they still be punished for it at age 50? It makes me think, what is the point of punishment? Are you doing it to like teach someone a lesson? Are you doing it to keep someone off the streets so they don't commit another crime? Those both might be irrelevant if the person has grown and moved on and not committed similar crimes for 30 years.
Yeah.
So even in our human lifetimes, we can change and become new people.
Yeah, it's true.
I like to think.
Sure. I mean, this is something that's brought up in Law and Order quite a lot.
What about Ally McBeal?
Oh, and Cold Case? You ever seen that? That's really bad. Don't watch Cold Case. It's a very bad show.
If you take one thing away from this episode.
Don't ever watch Cold Case. That's what I have to say about that beautiful thesis that you just espoused.
Yeah, when I watched this for the first time in prep for this, I was like, okay, really interesting episode, but it's about trills, who are fascinating, but they're not human. And that quote from Fontana, and just thinking more about how long even a human life is, helped me connect with the meat of the episode. I think it is a bit of a shame that we still never actually got an answer from the trial, but I guess we're not supposed to. It's a debate. Is there a wrong or right answer? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter. It's a debate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's a shame that Jadzia was so passive in an episode even titled after her, but we still learned so much about her and about DAX, and I even have now forgiven season 1 for underwriting her, because I think she was maybe even living in this inner turmoil that she had learned to suppress and deal with in the privacy of her own quarters, and she lets the DAX out with each passing year.
Look, and you know me in this podcast, I'm ready to rake the writers over the coals. Your name is Cole.
It is.
How's
that wine going down?
But I'm on board with you. I really like this post-hoc justification.
Great.
for Jadzia's wet sockiness in season 1.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that glimpse, that moment of struggle she has where sort of the facade slips and she is struggling internally with what it is to exist with all these different existences and memories inside of her.
Yeah. And maybe this is even a turning point for her when she'd been trying to suppress.
Yeah.
Curzon and all these other memories, and she's realizing that there's joy to be had from reconnecting with Anina or reconnecting with like getting in bar fights with Cisco. There's joy from those memories. And she's, what's the book you referenced?
A Man Walks Into a Room.
Yeah. So maybe she is ready to be the more Cole side of this debate. It's like, yeah, there is joy from memories that I might have wanted to bury. And she's ready to let them out of the Pandora's box.
Yeah, and I am ready to see it and whatever else she wants to show us.
Ugh, she's my role model in all things.
Is she? You just want a slug in you.
I think she's a genius who doesn't waste a moment of joy in life when it presents itself. And she works hard, but she's grateful for each moment she's got on this crazy galaxy we call the Milky Way.
Oh, she is. She is grateful. And she really does, for someone that's had so many experiences, take joy in every experience she has.
Ugh, she would have loved this this evening.
Oh.
In this year of our Lord that I will not mention so that we can remain timeless.
I mean, I've just realized the wine is a 2020 Chablis, so it's a bit of a context clue there.
Ruining everything.
I liked that episode.
I didn't realize how good it was. Should we quickly offer some Fashion Watch remarks?
Fashion Watch.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
Ugh,
Oh.
you got such a beautiful voice.
Oh. Stop.
Mine was the gray-haired gorge in the blue dress.
Which one?
The one who used her power to give justice.
Which one?
The one who has seen some things, has put up with a lot of men's shit, and is ready to just go back home and have a nice cup of tea.
Yeah.
I think it's probably the judge then.
Madame Arbiter.
Madame Arbiter. She has a name. Els Renora.
Ah, great name. Yeah, she looks fabulous. The hair is great with the cobalt, the silver, it brings it all out.
The silver accessorizing really pulls it all together.
She makes everyone look drab, yeah.
May we all look as stunning in our silver era.
Yeah. Oh, we finished the wine.
Did we actually?
Yeah.
That makes me sad. It was so good.
Oh, it was great.
It was
Yeah. What
delicious.
did you think? Tell me any thoughts you had.
Well, I think when you said it was a white wine that's flinty, I was not looking forward to it.
Really?
I mean, flinty to me sounds like bad water quality in Michigan, not good wine.
Right. Okay.
It just sounds rough and dry, and I think I'm like a sweet white guy. I mean, I am a sweet white guy, but I wasn't ready for this to be so refreshing.
Yeah. No, when it comes to white wine, flinty equals good. Yeah.
What is flinty then? Flint is hard gray rock. So
so it's about the terroir.
Right.
It's about like what it's grown in. So you're getting this like minerality, you're getting this like clean driven flavor coming through rather than muskiness or fruitiness or.
For somebody to be flinty, it means it's bringing through that terroir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Michigan water. Rough Michigan water. Look, it's all about context, isn't it?
It's all about context. I wish I were a trill.
No, don't be a trill.
I want to pass my memories, and I wish someone could remember how much fun it is recording Deep Space Wine episodes, but the memory is going to die with me.
This is being saved for posterity.
I guess it is literally being recorded.
This is being recorded and put on the internet for hundreds upon thousands of people and millions to listen to.
Xenoarchaeologists will find this podcast.
They'll be playing with their little brass dials, sniffing an orchid, and come across this artifact.
Well, then on that note, we're so glad to bring the joy to all of you. Thank you for listening through our deep, deep analysis of DAX. The Man, the Woman, the Worm, the episode.
Yeah. Beautifully put.
Thank you. And we'll see you all next week.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.